And it's a good thing I checked because my microphone was not plugged in. I'm gonna say let's check the audio levels. Shh, no one tell my girlfriend that I'm streaming. I'm supposed to be taking a break from 14 today. The joke is that she is literally sitting within listening distance of me as I speak right now. That banging was her. There's supposed to be dynamic noise quieting for the background noise from my microphone, so it may not have gotten picked up, but if it did, that was my girlfriend playing into the joke. So, situation. Whoa, what is this? This is the level 89 artifact gear for Summoner. I just picked it up from Tataru. I think it's lovely. But the reason is because I'm capped out on Reaper. I feel like I should bring something else into Dawntrail. So the only thing that's there so far is a Summoner. We're not going on with MSQ today. I just... Look. I just wanted to be like, wow, and be here. And then also check... We're full up on tomestones, too. So we should also look to see if there's a tomestone vendor, which I think will be in Ratzatan. So let's go to Ratzatan real quick. And see how much of the tomestone gear we can get for this particular job, because that will save me having to spend a bunch of money on gear for quite some time. And I can just, like, grab the caster gear as I level when we go into Dawntrail. So that's the plan. For me, at least. So let's go to Ratzatan. 3 cheers for Halabali, who went, oh hey, we haven't actually gone into our house in a while. Saved our house from getting freaking wrecked. Gosh, I have so many little quests I need to do. Place to train, the sleeping gentleman. All sorts of little things to do. But for now, I want to come to you. These 660 weapons. I feel like as a DPS, that's my first priority. Where's my summoner weapon? There. Augmented encounter in lilies. And then Dom. Let's get the Surcoat of Casting. The Hose of Casting. The little hat. And that's all our tomestones. Not quite sure how I'm going to work with the tomestones, but these are going to be better than what I'm wearing by a great deal. Which means we're going to have to pick out... We're going to need to put some stuff away and prepare a summoner glam. Oh, that's cute. Oh my god. Look at that. That's so lovely. And... I love it. Let me shift my thing. I was demonstrating for friendlies that you don't need Mare to do horny G-posting, because I have friendlies who are, like, sad about Mare. So I had my camera down really low when I logged in several hours ago to do vanilla horny G-posing at, like, 5 a.m. and, like, wow, you can see that on Blue Sky. somewhere in the midst of the fucking politics. You know what? Let's do glam, and then we can do politics. Because there's politics, and the hubris of thinking that anyone cares what you have to say. I actually know that I have people who come and listen to the politics portion and then leave. So, you know? Okay, I'm gonna put the pet bar up here. I don't generally use it, but like, it may be beneficial to be able to go run there. Goodbye. So we'll go to Avojika, take us away, and do some glam work. Means we'll need to get in here, update my gear set, sort, and anything that's not registered to a gear set gets shunted back to my inventory. Anything else in here that's... Nope, I think everything there is still set. Got some maiming gear that is still in here. So, I can ditch them. I didn't miss any maiming gear in here that is unregistered. No. I kind of wish that this registered to gear set icon was a little bit bigger. But that's fine. That's why I'm not camming today. And I'm a little blech. I was sick the last couple days ago. The 11 stream on Thursday was kind of a bad idea. I'm a little dehydrated as a result, so... You know, if we run low, we'll run low, but mostly I think I'm fine. It's just a little bit of, you know, good old-fashioned dehydration leading to a bit of hernia issue. I don't know why I'm bothering with the rings, but I am. There's still a few crystals I don't have. Which ones don't I have? I think it's really just Pictomancer that I don't have. Yep. Oh well. I'll get Pictomancer one of these days. For now... let's just go ahead and store everything. I thought these Convoker's things would be armoire stuff, but I guess not. Oh, we have some stuff that we actually have to repair before we can put it in there. That's fine. These all have durability issues. Yeah, okay. So let's look at our Summoner Glam. I think I'm going to keep this one because it's just so cute and I can't really dye things, so I want to get rid of a different glam. And I think it's time to say goodbye to this machinist glam. Just... We're gonna say goodbye. This is gonna be our alternate summoner outfit. So we find ourselves our summoner. Let's begin with our main things. So we haven't done the quest to dye. So unless I like this color scheme, which I kind of do, let's see what else we have. We have this top, which is cute. We have the Gambison Vermilion Cloak. Antiquated Channelers, which has this cuteness going on there. I like the Antiquated Channelers coat, but it's not dyeable, so I don't know. Like, I don't like the colors on this one. If I had the colors, I would absolutely do it, because it's cute, but yeah. The Evoker's doublet we can't do, so because we can't do that, I think I will do the Convoker's coat. I just like that cute little, like, I like the brass. Like the cute metal wings. So let's decide what pants we want. So the pants it comes with are those. They're fine, but they're not very exciting. Those aren't much. The half slops aren't much. The Nomad's breeches are cute, fine, but eh. We have a long kilt, but I'd have to grab some dyes for it. I don't think that really works. We have our collar's loincloth. We could just go for that. It's kind of covered up. Where is it? We could... Yeah, we should have 2B in here, right? Yeah. We could go 2B. Those are a little long. We could go Bridesmaids. Again, a little long. We just go Moonfire. Have some undergarments. I wish I could get a sense of how angled these were. Like... Eh... South Seas skirt. Yeah. The Ramie pantlets. We could go Evanstar again, but I don't think Evanstar works with this particular shade. Like, look at that black versus that black. And then the red doesn't go with the blue, so... eh. So this is one of those that joins the list of too short to go under the top, and it doesn't bring anything with it. The collar's loin brings the leg band. And the Bridesmaids gives the all socks. Let's see what we have. So these are those boots. We could not have boots and represent our regular gear. So our default boots are really tall. That's good to know, because it means that we might not care much about the pants, because the boots. Let's see. Most of these boots are tall boots. I kind of like the Alexandrian boots with this, which again means I don't really care much about this. I think I'll just go... Oh, collar's loin covers it. So the thing I like is actually the currently equipped pants. I don't actually care about the Alexandrian boots. You know what? Let's go ahead and put the taiga on, and then I only look at the boots. We can decide later. Some jack boots. Steer-hide shoes are pretty okay. There's the Type 2B boots, as opposed to the Type 53 boots. If I go into the armoire, what do we got in the armoire? Scholar's boots we can't wear, so we'd have to wear the Evoker's thigh boots. Those sort of work. If I go 2B with those, I like that. We'll go 2B with the Evoker's thigh boots. And then I'm not going to put a glove on because I like that glove. Hat I don't like. Convoker's helm. Eh. Can I make it be sideways a little? No? Good to be it. Wear the Crystarium helm. I have lots of hats, but none of them really are fitting the vibe. Succubus horns are just too big, I think. The original Summoner's Horn clashes. Got these maritime mirrored sunglasses from the current event. They're pretty okay. Maybe if I dyed them. I have pearl white in there. Nope, that's not what I want. I mean the lenses. If I just got those and grabbed the pearl white from the company chest, that's a possible thought, is to just sunglasses. We could be a horny girl. That's a possibility. The Valentone's hat. I don't want to dye it. Chronicler's crown. No. Let's see. Scarf of wondrous wit. Ribbon. Oh, the ribbon's kind of cute. It's so garish. But I kind of like it. How do you use a dye? And then die 2. Just like that? No. Die 1. Die 2. That! Oh my gosh. I like it. But I don't think I like it as much as just the horns. So we're just going to wear the horns. And then book. You have the Lily book. That book is cute. What other books have we got? You shine. I like shining. I like the Ona. The one with iPads on the side. Rewriter Key of Titan. I like that. That goes with that. Okay. So there's our book. For our ears. I think we'll just hide our accessories as we usually do. And then we end up not needing any dyes, so there we go. So let's find a spot to talk Pal. And that's gonna be here. So. I need the world to get a little bit calm for a moment. I don't even know how I want to begin mentioning the political bullshit. There's just so much all the time. I think the most important thing that we need to acknowledge is that Gavin Newsom is not a viable candidate for the 2028. Just no. Did Democrats really not calculate why they lost this last election? Here's the thing. When you decide your candidate 4 years in advance, you give the opposition 4 years to polish their messaging. Yeah. And you see, Democrats don't have the advantage Republicans do, where they're a bunch of fascists with no principles, and they don't really care as long as they can get themselves in power and be shitheads to minorities. Like, you don't have that benefit. You have to, like, appeal to people's better natures. And it's a little unenviable. You're trying to build a coalition. You're trying to build a coalition of kind of principled conservatives who are going, hey, we don't like this. But they're still kind of fundamentally conservative, big, quote-unquote small government, not so cool with, everyone sort of thing. Those are your Gavin Newsoms. Yes, I'm calling Gavin Newsom a conservative. You don't go on a right-wing talk show and talk about how letting trans women under the age of 25 transition is harmful to society without me calling you a fucking conservative. That's what you are. Some people I know would go and call Gavin Newsom a fascist. I won't go that far. He hasn't indicated fascism to me, but he is a transphobe. He is a conservative, and he's just. You're not gonna get people, because there are 3 groups you gotta get. You gotta get your kind of conservative folk. You need to get your liberals. Your people who want. They think capitalism is great. They just need to tweak the levers, and everyone will do well. The people who are all freedom of speech, due process of law. The people who actually believe in that. The sort of people who actually are like, oh my gosh, norms matter. You got to get those people. And you know what? Gavin Newsom might be able to get those people. But you know what? The Harris had those people. Harris had the principled conservatives. Harris had the liberals. And it's not wise, I think, for you to be counting on there being a whole bunch of principled conservatives who voted for Trump over Harris. The people who voted for Trump in the last election were brainwashed by the news media. That's the end of the story. Like, either that or they're Nazis. And you cannot count on them coming out and coming back over here, because the same news media that told them what they needed to hear to vote for Trump is blaming all the bad things that are happening on black people, basically. So you can't make that bet. You have to go for the people who allegedly didn't vote for Harris. And I know a lot of us didn't vote for Harris. I know a lot of us did. A lot of us went, well, Harris is better than Trump, we'll suck it up in the end. But enough didn't. And that's your principled leftists, your anti-imperialists, your, like, pro-LGBT rights without question, your, hey, capitalism doesn't work. So we need to make sure that at the very least we're covering for its failings, if not working towards a new economic system that benefits people by, you know, structuring the economy towards the fulfillment of the wants and needs of everyone, rather than towards the maximal profits of a handful of weird perverts who have, like, a Puritan chastity fetish. Like, I cannot think of any other way to describe stuff that's going on than a purity chastity fetish. Because, like, if you're just not horny, if you're just, like, not down with sex at the moment, you don't act like these people act. Like, these people are getting off on what they're doing, and it's like, they can't even be honest about it. So, yeah, you need to get the people that you didn't vote for Harris. And here's the big joyous thing. If you got the left on Harris's side, there wouldn't be a Trump in right now. Like, there's enough left people. And there's a lot of different reasons why people on the left didn't vote for Harris in different areas. You know, kind of a lot of working class left-leaning people in red states feel like a federal administration on the left is not going to do enough to protect them from their states. You know, they look to people like Wes Moore. Wes Moore's my governor. I'm a Marylander. You know, he does mostly a pretty good job, but, like, Garcia got released, and they're telling him to report to an ICE detainment center on Monday to be deported to Uganda. And, like, this guy has not had his due process. This guy has not been, like, anything. This guy has been promised in court a day in court. And they're just like, well, we don't have to. We're going to send him to Uganda. We had to bring him back from El Salvador. We can deport him to Uganda. And, like, yeah, no, he's a Marylander. And if Wes Moore were, you know, the sort of governor that rural red state leftists would want for president, he would be saying, no, Garcia is a citizen of Maryland, a resident of Maryland. And I know it's not, like, mainstream legal opinion, but my reading of the Maryland Constitution makes every resident of Maryland a citizen of the state of Maryland, and therefore a citizen of the United States of America. Like, that is my reading of the Constitution of Maryland. Cope. And I think that that should be the reading that the governor is taking. Like, we don't have the time to be just going, oh, norms more. It's like, we need to go further away from things. We can't be reaching out to the middle to compromise, because all they're gonna do is pull you to the center where there's a great big pile of like spikes, and then they're gonna start chucking bricks on you to push you down on the spikes, and you're gonna go ow, 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 and die. And we don't want to go ow, 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 and die, so we need to like go, hey, no. And you do that by protecting your citizens. Like, if this were some right-wing weirdo in Texas and a left-wing government, you can bet the governor of Texas would be like, no, we won't stand for this federal overreach. Blah, 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 blah. And, like, Westmore talks a pretty talk, but he doesn't quite walk the walk. And, you know, people are watching that. And that reflects poorly on a lot of people. So if Westmore ran for president, I think he'd do a pretty decent job, but I don't think he'd be able to win, because I think he wouldn't be able to flip the kind of left-leaning working class people in red states who just stay home. And there's enough of them in like Virginia and such, and Iowa to, you know, flip them potentially. Contrast that with the governor of Illinois, whose name escapes me because I have a brain like a sieve, and I hold on to the sparkling, clear water of thoughts just as well as you'd expect. You know, he is going whole hog. He is banging the gavel, and it seems like putting his, like, actions where his words are. We'll see, because the feds are saying they're gonna dispatch the National Guard to Chicago. We'll see if this guy bangs the gavel as hard there, but, like, yeah. If he does, I could see people backing him. Or someone that he puts his backing to, because there's a non-zero chance that Trump will declare whatever reasonable, lawful, and morally necessary action that the governor of Illinois takes to protect his citizens against the illegitimate federal regime as some sort of, like, insurrection, and, you know, actually do what Biden refused to do and, you know, issue the declaration of an insurrection, which would have spared us all a Trump. At least until after the lawsuits that, you know, could probably have dragged on. But, I don't know, the Supreme Court seems to be on the side of Nazis, so they may have just rushed it through. I don't know. I think they'd slow roll it if it were the governor of Illinois. But, you know, if he did, and he got insurrection called and barred from office at federal level, you know, I think he could still throw his weight behind people, and people would go, yeah, you know, that's cool. Waltz is probably pretty cool. I mean, Waltz is getting up there in age, and I'm getting so sick of octogenarian presidents, so but, you know, he's pretty okay. But, like, you have to understand, leftists have principles, and we often get called like we're doing purity tests, but our principles are, like, the thing. And how far we're willing to bend them for the sake of, you know, getting a vote, and when we decide to stay home, it varies. So, like, you know, when Harris goes in front of a crowd of Muslim people in Minneapolis and starts condemning Palestine and praising Israel, and then they don't, and then, like, a bunch of people just don't go out to vote at all in the general election up there, and then she loses that state. Like, yeah, no, what did you expect was going to happen? There's a genocide ongoing over there, honey. You can't just say Israel has a right to defend itself when Israel ain't defending itself. Like, that Israel, you know, could have a moral right to defend itself is irrelevant. They ain't. They're doing a genocide. Genocide ain't self-defense. Ever. Cope. Like, I'm sorry. And it's not anti-Semitic to call a spade a spade. Like, I get so annoyed with that, because one of the things that we have to deal with a lot in left-leaning organizations around now is the rising tide of anti-Semitism. Like, you know, the fact that Israel is doing a genocide leads to people becoming anti-Semitic, or thinking that this becomes an outlet for anti-Semitism. And like, you know, you see real anti-Semitism. Like, this dude went through and like smothered blood all over Jewish-run businesses in the area, and like, no, most of them were not like doing anything to support the genocide or anything. They're just like local Jewish businesses. A couple of them were, but there's already boycotts out against those particular businesses, and slathering them with blood is like it doesn't help anybody. So don't do that. You know, like there's a boycott in Baltimore of, I want to say it's Bugsy's. It's down in Fells Point, so I don't ever go there, so it's not really relevant to me because I don't know. Fells Point's a pain for me to get to, so I don't really go. But they fired someone for having a Palestine pin, and so like, yeah, we got a boycott against all the places that they run, and that's not anti-Semitism. That's like, hey, this guy's not being anti-Semitic. He's wearing a pin that's supporting people who are getting actively oppressed, treated as second-class citizens, and genocided. Like, that's not anti-Semitism. If the genocide in Palestine ended tomorrow, and Palestinians in their homeland were given full equal rights of citizens under the unified government, it would not cause any harm to the Jewish people who have settled there. Like, there would be none. There'd be even less harm for any Jewish folk in Baltimore or New York City or anywhere like that. Like the leading force of the anti-apartheid movement in Baltimore is a Jewish synagogue and a Jewish-run organization. Like, this is not yeah, and it drives me up the wall, because at the same time that you get called anti-Semitic for saying, hey, genocide bad, you have literal government agents opening concentration camps, shoving people into them, throwing around, you know, Nazi salutes, and trying to establish the sort of Christo-fascist governments that will actually drive harm to Jewish communities, and Muslim communities, and pagan communities, and Hindu communities, and Buddhist communities, everyone. But, you know, I'm not saying, you know, be anti-Semitic, because obviously don't be anti-Semitic. If you're anti-Semitic, you're a jerk. But also, like, don't be Islamophobic either. Like, Muslim people aren't horrible. Like, the person who made the complaint that got the guy wearing the Palestinian pin fired claimed that it was a homophobic symbol. That's dumb. Palestinians, in my experience, are not homophobic. Like, basically every Palestinian I've ever met has been pretty cool with me as a trans person. Most of them have been pretty cool with me as a trans lesbian. Like, they see me and they go, yeah, woman. Okay. Woman likes woman. Well, you know, my God has things to say about that, but whatever. It's fine. It's not causing me any harm. Or they just are even chiller. Like, often, like, just in general, I find that Muslims are less aggressive than Christians about just being trans in the US. Now, it's my understanding that that's not the same everywhere in the world, but, you know, I don't live everywhere in the world. And, you know, if members of a fascist government that's majority Muslim do bad things, that doesn't reflect on Islam, that reflects on fascism. Because guess who else is extremely LGBT phobic? Russia, under a fascist regime. Wow. Are we gonna say that Russia's all Muslims now? No, because Russia's not all Muslims. It's the fascism, stupid. The fascism makes people homophobic. Wow. Who would have thought? Like, you get homophobia in India under Modi's regime. Again, it's the fascism. It's not the Hindus, it's the fascism. It's just so dumb. But yeah, so that's his first point. Newsom, not going to win you elections. You're going to need to put out someone who can be a moderate between the left and the center, and trust that the principled conservatives are going to suck it up enough to vote for you. And if they aren't, well, there's really no point in chasing them, because you're going to lose more people than you gain. And there's a lot of people in every state in the US who have never registered to vote, who don't vote, because they run left and the government ignores them. They're the people you need to be hitting. And you're just not going to do that if you swear yourself behind Gavin Newsom now. You're just going to have a repeat of Harris, and then you'll be like, why did we lose? Well, I'm telling you now, on the 23rd of August, 2025, if you run Gavin Newsom, you're going to lose, because he's not going to excite your actual base on the left. You know? Find someone like Zoran Mamdi, but like national, like who could actually be a president, because he's not a natural born citizen, he's an immigrant. You know, find someone like that. No, even AOC, like the DSA just condemned AOC nationally because she's, you know, made some sus comments lately. But I still figure if you throw AOC forward, most people on the left would be like, yeah, sure, fine. All sorts of people like that. Let's see, other politics, because there's other politics that we have to deal with. Like, I alluded to it. Trump is saying he's going to send the National Guard to Chicago, and he's not afraid to send the regular military. If you are a member of the Illinois National Guard or the Armed Forces of the United States and are sent to a city that is not in open revolt, and I would like to remind you, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, Detroit, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., none of these are under open revolt. Crime is not rampant in any of them. Crime will probably be rampant in DC in the future, but that's not because, you know, anything inherently bad about DC. It's because the frickin' far-right Gestapo crackdown is keeping people from going to the shops and to the restaurants. And rent in DC is really high. The shops and restaurants are gonna go under. The people are gonna be unemployed. Rent is really, really high. If you have to pay high rent and you don't have a job, I really hope I don't have to connect the dots that people will do crimes to not starve and die. I really hope that, like, anyone who has stuck around this long can connect those dots. Like, goodness gracious. But yeah, same situation. Like in Baltimore. In Baltimore, we've got a 30-year low of crime. We've got a 30-year low of murder. Like, I was an elementary school student in rural Nebraska when crime was last lower than it is now. And that's just how it is. And we still have problems, but they're not insurmountable problems. They're getting better every day. They're mostly, you know, just remnants of bad ideas of ages past. Like, oh gosh, everyone went and took the jobs out to office parks in the subway where you can park everywhere. Well, it turns out that that's a real pain to get to, and it's going to clog up all the roads and make traffic terrible. And it means that we can't build transit out there very easily because it's all spread out. So, you know, we have to figure out ways to get the downtown office districts back up to snuff. Not as tourist hotspots or tourist destinations, but places that, like, people can go to and have... There you go. Places that work can be done at. And then We can, you know, we already have park and rides all over the place that get you into downtown pretty easy. So we just need to expand them a little bit so that, like, the further east part of downtown, maybe into Canton, has access. You know, actually build the red line that they're talking about. You know, get people onto those, because, you know, if you're on public transit, you're not driving, and then, so, like, if we build public transit that goes from where people live to where people work and play, then people will take it. And it comes regularly, if it's reliable, people will take it. And that gets cars off the road for the people who don't live near it, or who don't work near it, who can just go elsewhere. Like, it's a benefit for everyone to get people off the road. That's a like actual thing. You know, Baltimore's other big thing, abandoned buildings, blah blah blah. We have to take care of those. We have some budgetary shortfalls because we let a lot of institutions and businesses get away with not paying their fair share of taxes. We need to fix that, etc. But, like, none of that requires the federal government to march troops into Baltimore. None of that requires an increased police presence. In fact, I'd say that Baltimore still has too many police. Like, that's one of the problems that Baltimore City has, is there's just too many police. It kind of kills public life. So, you know, people aren't kind of willing to just hang out unless they're, you know, don't have anywhere to go hang out inside. And that, you know, you want to have people hanging out outside. If you're not inside playing video games or something, you want people to be going out and about. You want them to go to the parks. You want them to go to the plazas. You want them to be out, because that's where community happens. And community, you know, community is what makes a city great. It's what makes a country great. You know? And so that's like my second politics thing, is there is no legitimate military action in the US. There's no legitimate use of the National Guard that is coming out of this. You know, if you're somehow watching this and clipping this for your Facebook parent, all they need to know is that there's no reason for the National Guard to go anywhere. These protests that you see are all permitted. They're all planned. They're all peaceful. There aren't even the frickin' riot agitators anymore. Like, back a decade ago at a peaceful protest, you'd have riot agitators who'd be, like, just out for violence. And then when things would calm down and, like, I don't even want to say normies, but, like, your kind of main bulk people who are upset and marching would go home. These people would get enough anger left over to get people, like, smashing up windows and rioting. You don't get those people anymore. They're just not there. Like, there's nothing to be freaking out about. Like, seriously, chill. The worst thing that's happened down in DC to the government's forces is that guy who worked for the DOJ threw a sandwich at someone. They're charging him with assault. You know, assault with a deadly Subway sandwich. I don't even know what sandwich it was. I want to know what sandwich it was so that I can order it and just be like, the sandwich of heroes, right here. If I did modding, I would mod the sandwich of heroes and just, like, have it as, like, an accessory. But I don't mod. Anyway. Words. But yeah, that's, like, the other one. Like, number 1, Gavin Newsom, trash. Number 2, there's no place for this federal bullshit going on, like, anywhere. No. Stop. Just stop. You don't know. Number 3, this one's a little bit more, like, esoteric, but I would like to remind people that Donald Trump did do an insurrection, and he is therefore illegitimate in his position of power. Like, nothing that he's doing has the force of law. Nothing. Supreme Court didn't say that he could. Like, it went before them and they said you can't stop him from running, but they didn't say he was allowed to be in office. They avoided ruling on that question. Because they can't rule on that question honestly and not rule that he's done an insurrection. Now, Biden never called an insurrection. He should have, but he didn't. Didn't file the appropriate executive orders. There just wasn't the appropriate stuff, which is why we're in this mess. But it is important to remember. And this, I'm speaking to the elected officials who will never hear this, but I need to say it anyway. There is no legitimate power here. He has no right to be doing this. I'm speaking to the military people. You do not have a commander-in-chief. You have a tyrant pretending. You don't have to listen to him. You should not listen to him. And I know that that's like a little controversial statement, but like, when the dude is talking about sending troops into New York City to interfere with a democratic election because they don't like the Muslim immigrant that is winning, that's a sign that that's not a legitimate government. So, do what you need to do to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, to take care of your neighbors, and to live with yourself just as a human being. If you've sworn an oath of office, don't violate it. Like, if you've sworn an oath to the Constitution and you march into New York City to interrupt a legitimate democratic process, which is what you will do if you're ordered into New York City, then you are in violation of that oath. I don't care that the president gave you an order. It has never been the case in US law that following orders protects you. It does not. And this I know. This isn't me talking out my ass. I grew up in a military family. I am the first person in my family who did not serve in the active military, basically, period. And that's because of disability, not because of not wanting to. I actually tried. It's how we learned about my back deformity. But, like, my family has served in military capacity back to Charlemagne, right? Like, I am not kidding when I say that I am a descendant of House Carling. Okay? Like, I don't have any claims anywhere. It doesn't matter. But on this area, like, this is a thing that my family knows. We know the military. We know the government bureaucracy. And we know that if you're given an order that violates the law, that violates your oath of office, that hurts the people you are sworn to protect, you have a moral, a professional, and a legal duty to disobey that order. So, military people, don't forget that. When you get sent to march into Chicago, when you get sent to march into New York, when you get sent to march into Maryland, remember, none of these places are an insurrection. The closest that you get to an insurrection in any of those places is someone like me who says, hey, the federal government is not legitimate. We need to take care of our own and not bend over backwards to appease an illegal presidency. That would be protected First Amendment speech. Protected First Amendment political speech. I'm not calling for anyone to go burn down DC. I'm not calling for anyone to do violence. I am calling for people to protect their neighbors. So, you know, yeah, maybe one could argue that I am calling for some level of violence because, hey, I am saying that, say, Governor Moore needs to be arresting ICE agents who kidnap people without proper warrant. Administrative warrants don't count. We need to just be saying, if you break into someone's house without a proper warrant and you kidnap them, that's kidnapping. That's a crime, and you will be arrested and prosecuted for it. I don't think that's insurrection. I don't think that's a call for violence. I think that's a call to enforce the law. You know, the people who are on the Trump side always talk about law and order. Well, there you go. For the first time in my life, I'm making a law and order argument. You know? I don't care about drug use. I don't care about vagrancy. I care about people getting kidnapped and trafficked off to who knows where. Because again, where are the women gone? We know that the men get shipped down to El Salvador. Where do the women go? Because there are women getting abducted. And they're getting sent off. And sometimes we hear about them on the news, like the lady from out in Western Maryland who ran the nail salon, who her citizenship stuff got derailed because when she was like a teenager, she did a shoplifting. And now, like 30 years later, they're like, see, criminal, deport. And like, her only crime was like as a teenager? Like, no. Come on. She's a valued member of the community that she's in. You need to back off. But that's that. Just I don't have hope that any elected officials are actually going to do their duty. I don't have much hope that the military people are going to resist illegal orders. I'm going to remind folk that you should. I'll be able to say I told you so later. But for now, that's the politics of it all. Wow. Let's end the G-pose. Let's go do the thing I want to do. This. I have stuff I'm going to want to shove in my glamour chest later. Please repair it. Thanks, bestie. So many blue quests. We're not doing none of that. We're probably not even going to do our raid, Alliance raid, Hildy quests, because we're going to want to get Ura pushed forward so that Ura can do a Monster Hunter thing. So we're probably going to just go straight into the MSQ and Dawn Trail next week. So, there. But for now, Mysterious Maiden. I see that you are mysterious and a maiden. Two traits which I like. And I see that you have a box. That is a third trait which I like. Please, let's get to know each other. Guidance from the journal, duty list, and map will be limited. You'll need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues to determine your course of action. Secret in the box. You're Gobo, are you not? I've been looking for you. I'm an adventurer too, and I've been tasked with delivering this letter and box to you. But I can't say who sent them. Rest assured my client means you no ill. My work is done, so I'll leave you to it. I suggest you start by reading the letter. She was looking for me. Oh my god. That I wasn't expecting. Well, letter. Dear Gobo, there's a gift for you in the box, if you can open it. To do so, you must acquire 3 keys, the keepers of which are somewhere in Charlian. Solve the following riddles to find them, and try to have fun. This is a game, after all. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring and new trails blazed. If the mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow. So let all embrace slumber, the better to know. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize, his hunger to sate. Yet no prize so coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. Okay, so our first person, this is our second. Blessed by the Niphae, a keeper doth stand, enthralled in a tale, a book in his hand. Yet evocative his letters on parchment may be, 'tis words said and heard which impel destiny. We can review the letter in our inventory. Okay. So let's review our letter. We're only going to worry about our first one. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring and new trails blazed. If the mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow. Let all embrace slumber, the better to know. Okay. Archon's Den, Tranquility, the Silent Monteperos, the Scholar. So the Scholar is going to be where that third one is. Worldly Affairs, Peristyle. So we're looking either at someone up in the Studium. Let's head towards Tranquility, towards the Studium. See if we see anyone that looks restful. We're looking for someone who's taking a nap over by the Studium, I think. Or maybe in the library, but we'll start in the Studium. Do-do-do-do. That's my first thought, anyway. That we're looking for someone young, sleepy in the Studium. Learners meet. Nothing. Hey, Yttertia, do you have any advice? My lazy friend tried to talk the professor into extending our report deadline, as if a pending apocalypse is any excuse for lateness. Okay, Idub. Okay, so we're looking for someone who's, like, sleepy. Just to remind, that's what we're looking for. What do you want about this? Aren't you one of the heroes to save the star? It's a true honor to meet you. Hi. Bye. So... we're stretching, but I don't think you're someone I can interact with. Maker's Meet is probably not where we're looking. Nope. Any... nope. Okay, I'm not interested in random quests, so... is there anyone here that we can chat with who might be sleepy? It's Wilda. Nope. Okay, so we'll head library bound, and then if there's no hint, if I don't see anyone on that way, I'll Pudding Way. Actually, Pudding Way, are you sleeping? You're reading. I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Okay. Yay, we're glad that you're having a good time putting away. Is there anyone sleeping around here? No. Most people are going to be just studying, so I'm not imagining we're going to see anyone being too sleepy here. And it's probably way too immediately obvious this, so I'm way off base, most likely. You're not young or sleepy. Okay. No map. Haha. Okay, let's check this little area over here. Does people like to take naps here? Not there. Here. And the other one. Nope. There's a tank over there. There's another little rest spot over here. Hello, Nomo. The heroes that helped save our planet deserve all the praise that's heaped on them. I can't help but feel we need to review the Forum's role in recent events. I know I'm not alone in feeling more aid could have been delivered to those putting their lives on the line. Aw, thanks. Not seem to be you. Okay. So this is not where we're going. Unless there's just like someone snoozing in the area here. Because tranquility does mean peace. But I don't think so. Giorgio, are you the person? Probably not. Preparing for my next debate. Who among the scions deals the most fearsome blow? This should come as no surprise. I'm arguing for my alumna, Alize. There are those, of course, who believe Estinian's the most powerful. You have first-hand knowledge. What say you? Or perhaps you think yourself strongest? Yeah. I'm a DPS, and I'm the Warrior of Light. I am the strongest. Followed by... I love Alize, but Alize's got, like, the multi-purpose red mage thing going. I think Estinian would actually just straightforward hit harder. Okay, let's look again. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring, and new trails blazed. But the mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow. Let all embrace slumber, the better to know. By life ever-flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize his hunger to sate. No prize so coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. Blessed by the nymphi, a keeper doth spend, enthralled in a tale, a book in his hand. Okay. I might have additional things I have to do besides just find them. I might have to go doze in a place to attract that opinion. I don't go down to the nymphi, or to here, to here, because there's food here. I suppose I wouldn't be enjoying Zurich today if not for the Scions and those who helped build Ragnarok. Hopefully they're all able to enjoy a nice bowl of soup now and relax a bit. Hildois. What a joyous moment. Yay. Jamming way. Jam. Everyone wants what's better for the world by the statue. Yay, let's go pray at the statue. Statues. This is the Nymphi, I'm pretty sure, up here. Can I actually go into the statue, or... Nope, that's the limit. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So we're going to need to be more thoughtful. I think these may be more vague and unclear than I was hoping. That's fine. We have a puzzle, a riddle to solve. Hey, Wameme. No, I'm good. Thank you. Okay. Let's... My life ever flowing. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring, a new trail is blazed. But the mind is a muscle, and rest it doth grow. So let all embrace slumber, the better to know. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching his prize, his hunger to sate. No prize so coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. I wonder if we have to buy the second key. Blessed by the Nymphi, a keeper doth stand, enthralled in a tale, book in the hand. Evocative as letters on parchment may be, 'tis words said and heard which impel destiny. My girlfriend just looked up at me like... I think she has thoughts that I don't have. Let's go back. Let's test that doze thing. 'Cause if it is dozing... I think I know where I need to go. If it's the doze thing, I think I need to go here. No, but they're fun. I like them because they test my brain and make me think, and they aren't like trivially easy. So yeah. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring, and new trails blazed. The mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow. Let all embrace slumber, the better to know. So these are all so this is describing a person somewhere in the city who has one of the keys. Toward wisdom aspiring. So that's the studium. Could be at the harbor staring up at everything. Could be over by the confluence. Possibly up in the Niphagium? Let's swing by the rostra and take a look. Why do we have a crazy flashing wizard? Cass, why is the wizard flashing me? I'm scared. I'm not literally scared. Aethelus? One possibility is by Labyrinthos. I don't think so, but it's worth just swinging over real quick and seeing if there is, like, anyone looking towards Labyrinthos. At the side gate? No. There are people down here. Mechtel's busy. Nilizo is going to be the one that actually takes me down. Yeah. I don't think Mechtel is going to do anything for me, but things are back to normal. Okay, I didn't think that we were going to get any benefit here, but it's worth taking a moment to check. Unless I need to doze, but like it says, 3 keys, the keepers of which are in here. Solve the following riddles to find them. So I think that I have to, I think the riddles just point to the people. So we're looking for by riddles, gaze, rest, youth. That's our clues. Is there like a kindergarten over in Journey's End? I wasn't thinking about Journey's End because Journey's End is like the residential district. But I'd put a kindergarten in Journey's End. I haven't been to this corner. Hi, Zabine. The world is saved, and so is my house. Yay! I'm glad for your house. My house is also saved. Halabali remembered to walk in and stop it from being reclaimed and demolished. Hello. Hello, this is someone's home. I assume this is your home, Towering Sky. I am sorry for bothering you. I've heard tell the son of House of Allure was present on the Ragnarok. The subject of much discussion with my colleagues and I. Oh. Oh, this is a laboratory. Interesting. So there are scholarly things here. I'm gonna try dozing next to you. I don't think it's the answer. Nope. Facing towards knowledge, youth, rest. Those are basically our things. Hi, kid. Kid will give us pants, so we might want to go mess with the kid later. See what pants she's going to give us. This is more just a home. Why does it have us go in then? I wonder if there's someone just like at the gate staring onward towards the city, and if that's our person who's gazing upon everything. What's naming we need? Disciple of Land or Hand. Interesting. Wandering Minstrel! Hi! I have a bunch of quests to pick up from you. We're not going to do with them now, but I want to have them unlocked. I don't need to repeat these. I'm just going to unlock all of the EXs that I can unlock so far. That way, if we decide we want to do them in the future, I have them, and I don't have to remember to go unlock them. Yay, we have the EXs. So if I want to suffer, I can go suffer. Worldly affairs official. Hey, girl, I want to ask you to help me cheat on a quest. Not long's passed since I reviewed your application. It feels like a lifetime ago. But not once during your immigration procedure did I imagine you'd one day be the savior of our star. Yeah, you were kind of a bitch at me, I'm not gonna lie. Boga? I mean, one could argue that an adventure is the birth of wisdom. Nope, you're just complaining that you still have to do your job even though we've saved the world. I mean, fair? There's a quest all the way over here. Babeth, what's your quest? Adventurer? Oh. Sightseeing log. Okay. Yay! We have more sightseeing log. I can't believe I forgot about the sightseeing log. Okay. Let's go back to showing off my idiocy before the internet. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze, by young minds inquiring, and new trails blazed. Yet the mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow, let all embrace slumber, the better to know. I've got frickin' nothing. The only inn is like our personal inn. Like there isn't a frickin' dormitory that we can get access to. Unless it is Ojika. That would be so silly. See, I wouldn't mind my girlfriend giving me a thought because she has no idea about this game, so if she has thoughts, then they're just like, you know, Ojika, you're not the person, are you? Ask about the Andron. They make me think of Dream. Yeah, thinking of dreams too. Yeah. So, like... Because, like, Charlian is built around, like, university and scholarship. So over here we have the university, we have the library, we have a bunch of independent study areas, we have the residential district, the government, and, like, the restaurant down here. But, like, yeah. So that's why I'm like, who's the keeper gazing towards knowledge? I mean, Baliak is. In the confluence, do we have anyone? Kitty, I don't need to teleport. Is it true the Farfledger's ends of the universe have facilities comparable to our Aetherites? Which would mean the path to the Ragnarok as it leapt through the stars formed a kind of channel which connected us to the deepest portions of the cosmos. Fascinating. Wait. I wasn't really paying attention, it just clicked. This woman is thinking about utilizing the etheric trail left by the Ragnarok to connect us to deep space. These people created experimental teleportation. Girl, are you going to invent spaceflight in this universe? Like, reliable Stargate-style shit? That's great. Hey, Kakamo. I heard the people are celebrating in the city streets. As I'd like to participate, my research must come first. They will be spent reading a paper by none other than the distinguished Ishtola Rule. Oh my gosh, I know Ishtola. She's a friend. Not to knowledge, to wisdom. All the discussion could create new fields of study. Yeah, the teleportation experts are talking about teleporting to deep space. This can only end well, but okay. Let's sit down next to my treasure, because this is mine. I just need to find keys for it. Let's think. I can't actually look at it when I'm sitting down. Towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. By young minds inquiring, and new trails blazed. Yet the mind is a muscle, in rest it doth grow. Let all embrace slumber, the better to know. I was just down there. I mean, there's a couple other potential city gate-ish areas. That feels... Okay, if there's someone watching from the gate, they're going to be either there, or here, or over there. I don't see anyone there. The panic-stricken Loperate is here. I think the panic-stricken Loperate is going to offer us a proper quest that I don't want to do right now. Cutting the cheese. Yeah. We're not going to worry about that. I've unlocked vistas. I love just when there's randos. Okay, how do I get up here? There's a vista here, so I need to be able to get up there somehow. That's how. The rostra. So we're supposed to be looking at the rostra. Towards wisdom, a keeper dog. Albert? Nope. I don't even know that the forum would really be considered a wisdom, would they? This is the Nymphaeum, a monument built on tribute to the water spirits known as the Nymphae. Seems rather fitting for a city erecting a towering statue of the ruler of rivers Thaliac, though. By the Nymphae. Let's change tacks. Blessed by Nymphae, a keeper doth stand, enthralled in a tale, a book in hand. 'Tis words heard, impel destiny. Hi, apparently this is the Nymphae, and you're reading a book. Greetings. If you sought me out, means you've read the letter and solved the riddle. Of all our master's pupils, your comrade is the least poetic by far. That's never stopped him from trying to woo the ladies with song. He truly is hopeless. So it's good to see him hale and whole. From what master tells, he's been through a lot. Next time you see him, pass along my regards. And here is, of course, your key. Aha, so it is literally just talk to the person. Okay, third lesson there. Cheating way. I'm not sure that that's a good thing to make the center of your life's work, little Loperate. Okay, so that tells me that probably not up here. Because we had one person by the Nymphae, which is apparently that. But we will take a quick look in the rostra, because we're already up here. Oh no, I'm bringing weapons into the rostra. Who's gonna stop me? Oh, there's an actual, like, look at, there's a vista in Congress. Yep. You don't get anything for finding vistas, but they're just fun. Tremblay, you're not the one, are you? I'm glad you're grateful for me saving the world. Okay. So so I had to know that the nymphi were the water spirits. So let's review again. So we've got our third one. Towards wisdom aspiring, keeper doth gaze, by young minds inquiring, a new trail is blazed. Yet mind's a muscle, so in rest it doth grow. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize his hunger to sate. No prize so coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. By life ever flowing. Okay. By life ever flowing. Let's go check the markets. Look for somebody who's just clinging to something in the markets. Because I think that's going to be like the literal hit, that they're holding something. And then the person we're looking for with wisdom is actually sleeping. You're not the person we're looking for. I know you're not the person we're looking for because you're not clinging to something. Hello, well-dressed attendant. What do I need for you? I need to be crafting. Okay, there's another shopping district down there. So we'll go down here. Looking for someone clasping something in here or at the restaurant. This is another place that someone could be, like, in construing his wisdom is here, but there's no one who's dozing. And I really do think that that's a literal identifier. Like, the first is location, the latter is what someone's up to. Holy moly. And see, this is the town gate. Because you come in by ship, and then you have to go through customs. I don't think there's anyone over here, and this doesn't, like, a vibe anyway. Hey, you're gazing to something. Seas are calm again. I'm glad. What about this stuff? The Scholar's Harbor, where we can see Thaliak pour out the rivers of knowledge and wisdom. So that's why I'm like, someone looking at the statue, maybe. Or gazing towards the statue, but dozing off. It's a possibility. Because that first one also required knowledge, like lore knowledge. And then... unless it's one of the people here, it's not going to be here. Let's see. You're up to something. He's all, oh, you saved the world. I thought you were capable of nothing but mindless violence. Like, what a jerk. I'm not just capable of mindless violence. I'm also capable of mindiness. See, I'm minding right now. And my mind says, look for someone who's looking at the statue. And there's no one so far who's doing that. There could be someone up there that has a good view of the statue. I don't think it's going to be Aldous, but I can say hi anyway. Oh, I already talked to you. You're the one who's like, well, we got less cargo, because she was in charge of handling all of the crap that we brought. Because it turns out when you're friends with everyone on the planet, then you can call them up on the phone and be like, hey, we need parts to fix the spaceship to go save the world. And they're like, yeah, sure, that sounds like something we're willing to help out with. And then they ship you the parts. That was such a great moment where it's just like, oh yeah, we got that, we got that, we can get that. Basil? Are you staring at my box? Well met. I'm one of the most foremost scholars in the field of comparative mythology. Trying to glimpse the truth that lies behind commonalities. I see. He's gonna try and rob my box, isn't he? It's my box. What quest do you give me? Crystal from Beyond. That looks like an Ascian. So I think that's the Pandemonium thing, and I don't think I want to do that. Maybe we'll change our mind, but I don't think that's something we're looking for. Waiting woman? Aw, who are you waiting for? You want to wait for me? Awaiting love. You know what? Let's keep in mind the waiting woman. I see an S for sleeping. Sleepy student. Gazing upon wisdom. A student who needs to go to sleep. I worked a report all night and it's all I can do not to doze off. Doze off with me. I've been waiting for you. My master bade me give you this key to go so far as to disguise himself as a woman. It shows how much he wanted to meet you in person. Anyway, I've played my part, so I'll return to my training. Enjoy the rest of the game. Oh, it is the doze. I just have to talk to that third guy. So there is something to do with coin at the last place. Okay. I wasn't expecting the doze to actually work. But okay. I don't even know who the heck this person is. I don't remember anyone who might that. So. Wisdom we've done. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize his hunger to sate. No prize is coveted as one golden-hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. Okay. By life ever flowing. A really feel like that has to be the last stand. By life ever flowing. What is life ever flowing? If it's not food, what is it? Water. There's a lot of water in this place. And the Nymphoi were already water. She pops up to glare at me to make sure I'm drinking water while I'm chugging ginger ale. And she was complaining I wasn't drinking earlier when I didn't know it existed. Okay. So flowing water. We don't really have, like, it's really gonna be, I think. Down here, we're looking for someone grasping something. And we're probably gonna have to do something more than talk. What, I do not know, but something. Hello, last stand employee. With a love of pudding. See, these quests are why I don't think it's them. Like, I don't think jamming away is gonna give a... Where no Loperit has gone before, that seems not like a thing I'm gonna go do on my own. See, if it's one of these quest people, they'll give us a chance to talk to them, I think. Hello. Don't know what that is. Guild ship exchange. Okay, I think this is just going to be stuff I need. None of them are clinging on anything, so I don't think it's over here. Let's review the riddle again. And we'll check these. So, towards wisdom aspiring, a keeper doth gaze. We had to recognize that there was Thaliak. We had to recognize that it was literally looking at Thaliak. By young minds inquiring and new trails blaze. So it was by the library. Let all embrace slumber. So we had to doze too. The third one, bust by Nymphoi. We had to know that they were the Nymphoi. Keeper till stand. Enthralled in tail, book in hand, so we knew that. So we had location identifier. And we had to talk to him. So we're going to have these different parts. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize, hunger to sate. No prize is coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. So We're looking for someone by the water with a gift waiting to eat. This is over here. Human chart. We solved the end of the world. Pondier. Nope. Okay. Yaya's not clutching anything. Want to celebrate my victory? Da 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 da. By life ever flowing. Could be the aetherite and like literally aether. Triseal? It's not you, is it? By the water. That's worth taking a peek up here, so... Parasud... Well, actually, you have some healer job here I can grab. Because I could at any time become Scholar. So I should claim these while I'm here. Because Summoner and Scholar gain levels at the same time. Okay. I'm just going to talk to people here. Hello, tool supplier. Nope. Hello, Sewell. I was looking for anyone here who might be a potential person who just has a key in their area. School supplies. I don't suppose that you're, like, just waiting for me to pick up the hint and buy Archon Loaf, are you? Nope. Okay, I got a brick to chuck at somebody. I don't think it's top whip. You're not holding anything. Yeah, okay, so we're looking for someone holding something by water. There's this river area over here. Yeah, there's a lot of fountains. But we're gonna come back into the residential area. The problem is that we've already got that with the Nymphoi, so there's the little girl. With the things. Arthiblear. You're praying for the world to be saved, so you have to ignore me. Jevin. My friends has asked me what book they should consult to learn about the fabled hero of Eorzea, and I recommended my favorite, The White Yonder. Oh? Can you tell me about The White Yonder? I want to know about this White Yonder that's apparently about me. There's nothing more back here. There's not going to be anything at the Livelier estate. I am almost certain. I have, like, no ideas. Yay. They're happy that Alphino and Alisae are okay. Celia will do things with us. Hi, Emilians. Would you care for a cup of tea? No? Actually, I would have loved to have a cup of tea. I can try just doing the guild dance, but I don't think they would require us to have that emote. Nope, the guild dance didn't do it. I just asked question. We do have question. Or doubt. Nope. Well, there might be one. Okay, let's. Thus far, Jevin here is the most promising person. I'm just gonna look through our emotes. Hand over. So let's be a little bit more... I think it's not water, because we already have water as an option. Although water was related. So, Thaliac. Life ever flowing. A keeper doth wait. Clutching prize, hunger to sate. No prize so coveted as one golden hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. By life ever flowing, keeper stands grasping, no treasure greater than golden hued, mention of which never thought rude. Hey, who wants to piss on the poor? No? I was reminded I'm not on Tumblr. There's another fountain. There's so many private areas I'm not allowed to go to. I hear water. There's some flowing river. An ash-covered envelope on the ground. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm intrigued by life ever flowing. I see Nutkin. It's probably the Nutkin. By the river, seeking food with a package. Hungry, I understand. It's this Nutkin. And we'll have to just figure out how to get it to give us the key. Hello. Nut. Yep. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth wait, clutching a prize, his hunger to sate. No prize so coveted as one golden hue, the mention of which is never thought rude. Well, that's my says through. I can gold dance on you, but again, that's not guaranteed that you're gonna have. Let's congratulate you on your nut. Hey, hand it over. Have a chit-chat. Hello, I would appreciate it if you could give me the key, Mr. I don't... I pet you? Is that gonna do it? Hello. Is that a yummy acorn? Just give me the key, please. Okay, what do I have to do to you? No prize is coveted, so coveted as one golden-hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. Dawn. Sunrise. Sun. Day. Nut. Acorn. Honey. You're getting on my nerve. Let it go. Eat the Archon loaf in case I need to eat in your vision. No prize so coveted as one golden-hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. What is golden-hued and never thought rude to mention? I've said every golden thing I can think of. I can blow a kiss at the squirrel. Big smile. Smile. Grin. Wink. Sneer. Beam. Content. Other wink. It's most gentlemanly to not be rude. Listen. I need you. Listen. Listen, Nutkin. Nutkin. I need you to work with me here. Okay? I have said everything I can imagine that could possibly be related to this. Like, I don't know. Treasure? Gold? The key to the gosh darned chest. See, this is annoying because I feel like I've solved the riddle, but apparently not. By life ever flowing, a keeper doth await, clutching a prize, hunger to sate. Yet no prize is so coveted as one golden-hued, the mention of which is never thought rude. Unless you're a false alarm and I'm just making a fool out of myself. Let's go to the other river, see if there's a source up at the top with somebody nearby holding something. And see if I'm just, like, making an ass out of myself in front of a squirrel for no reason. Hi, Azumi. If it is the squirrel, though, I don't know how to get it to give up its nut. Or the key, even. The nut is fine. You can have your nut. I just want the key. Now, see, this one's not flowing. So it's probably the nutkin. Clutching the nut that it eats. So, oh, do we? What's golden hued? Let us resume making a fool of ourselves in front of the dang nutkin. I have to talk to you during the day? Freaking, I don't know. Good morning. Greet. Wave. Bye. I'm gonna eat. Wow. gold. Wow. Golden. Gold nut. Golden acorn. There we go. You're mocking me, former Nutkin. Who? Oh, just a man I admire. Due to his influence, I decided to train under the same master. What joy to see him again after all these years. My disguise I chose because I felt it'd be a good match for him. Convincing, don't you think? Here's your key. I had to say golden acorn. That was so... I was right about the gold. I had to combine it with the acorn. Okay, sure. I think I probably could have thought of that earlier. I probably should have thought of that earlier. How long did I spend shouting random things at a squirrel? Ugh. Okay. Box. Let me into your box. My box now. Allow me to congratulate you for solving your riddles. As promised, the gift is yours to take. A long time ago, Master Louis Soir left a little troublemaker in my care. At his behest, I taught the boy everything I knew in the ways of survival and infiltration. After years away from these shores, the boy's returned a man. By the set of his face alone, 'tis plain he's matured greatly. Product of his time with the Scions, I do not doubt. I thank you for being there for him, and ask you continue to do so. I ask you to forgive me for not saying this directly. In spite of myself, I've never been good at expressing heartfelt sentiments in person. Hence the letter. Manner of its delivery, at least, I wish to make interesting, and I hope you derived some enjoyment from it. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you. Not sure who that was, but yay! We did it, and we got something that's probably not actually that good. The Star Quartz Ring of Casting. Yeah, this is not any good compared to what we got. Okay. Well, we had fun. Well, there's a woman who's in need of love. So let's go talk to her, and then let's go bully a child for some pants. Because we're just having some fun. Hello. I'm here. Your true love. A sigh. How long must I wait? No longer, I'm here. Oh, I was just thinking aloud. I had plans to meet my paramour, you see, but the time of our rendezvous is long past. As a member of the Forum, his work keeps him ever so busy, even more so than usual in recent days, so he promised he'd put time aside for me. For us. I don't suppose your wanderings will take you anywhere near Gnomecrump's site today? I need someone to check if he's there while I stay here, just in case. Thank you so much. My tardy sweetheart is an Auri man. Brown hair, serious. Should you happen to see him, I pray, convey the state of my rapidly mounting impatience. You know, if you like Auri, try the other team. I say as if I'm any more reliable. I'd leave her waiting for weeks at a time. Plus, I'm already married, officially, in my character lore to Tataru, so... I guess it's just never to be. For her, at least. We were over here before, so there's not a whole lot of searching to do over here. Ah, there's a senator. Word to efficiently supply requisition. Hey, bitch. Your girlfriend's waiting for you. Ah. Your girlfriend waiting. She was tired of waiting? I'm not sure I... Oh god, that was today! I was so engaged with my tasks. I must go immediately. You must be rewarded. Come along quickly, quickly. Just... straight people, how even are they? I say, I'm being mean. I fall into my tasks and forget things. Like everyone does. That's normal. I'm not gonna, like, be evil. Just, Girls Cute deserves better, you know? That's all I'm saying. And I have to say, this outfit is really nice. I love it. It's been a while since I've been a summoner. I'm gonna just say yes, please, to this. The cast's a little and I don't remember all the abilities, but I also remember it being fairly mindless. And you can run around it freely most of the time. Hey, I found your guy. He arrived. He looked so exhausted, I sent him home to rest. I had a feeling he'd be at Gnomecraft's site. They say the Spur of the Rock was where the eponymous Archon used to sit. My habitually late love holds Gnomecraft in great esteem. Da-da-da-da, blah-blah-blah-blah. I'm so sad. See, the problem is the game gave me Illusion to Love once, and then gave me literal lesbians on, like, multiple occasions, and now I'm just like, love? And it's all straight all the time anymore. It's so sad. Long gone are the days of the undersea lesbians. I also got the lesbians in Gaia. That was great, too. Well, there's a child with pants over here, and we're gonna go steal those pants from this child. Because I don't have a great variety of pants here, so I wanted to just have some more options for glam. Hey, give me your pants. No, ma'am, that would be creepy and disturbing, actually. You're an adult. Do I need to get the police? I mean, your quest window says that your quest reward gives pants. Oh, yes. So you'll help me? Yeah. Good. I'm having a problem with a runaway doll. It ran away? That's right. All I did was lend him a little aether, and he hopped up and dashed down the street. I've gone and lost him. He'll be furious. You'll have to help me find him. I will find your little lost aether doll. Okay, I'll hurry home to see if he went there. Then you can search the rest of the city. He's a yellow carbuncle doll. Headed north. Okay. A yellow carbuncle doll. Oh my gosh, is it like actually a carbuncle? Like, did she actually make a carbuncle? Is she a little baby summoner? Or excuse me, Arcanist. You need some extra oomph to be a summoner. But if she has the talent. There's the carbuncle. I see you. And you're gonna run away again because you're just like right here. I know how this works. This is gonna be a chase the doll all around the city thing. And then she returned home, so we'll go to her house, give her the doll, get her pants, and they'll just magically somehow fit me. And we'll throw them in the glamour chest. Are you just waiting here again? Hello. I got your doll. He wasn't there. I don't think I'll ever see him again. I have your doll. Brought him, just like Big Mooney would have. That's what I called the neighbor who used to play with me. She was tall and smart and always nice. She'd tell me stories about her friend, a powerful wizard, who could summon his very own carbuncle companion. Oh my god. Moonbreeder. Oh. That's why I wanted one for me. I have to learn how to move him around better, though, so when Mooney comes back, she can see how hard I've been practicing. I was not expecting the game to just punch me in the gut right. Sorry, little girl. Moonbreeder's not coming back. She's been dead since ARR. This is for you. Papa says when someone helps you, you show your gratitude. Oh, thank you. I was just here to see what the coffer had. What is the chest? What's it give me? Dark hempen boots of casting. Hands of cast. I think I may already have these. I think that might just go on the market board because it's kind of trash. Honestly, same with the other ones there. Oh my god. Let's go do some shopping and selling while I feel sad because we were Moonbreeder. Why did the game go and just be like, hi? Random little girl was friends with Moonbreeder and is just waiting for her to come home. Oh no. No one's told the little girl? Oh good, we sold something. Cool. There's some dark hempen bottoms of casting. I'm gonna put these up for 50k. Maybe someone will want them. Thank you, lady. You have no idea how much I need that. Got hit by a moon breeder. Got hit by a moon in a side quest. It's Lady and Dantas. Friendlies. And now they're sad too. Wow. So, hug for Dantas. Hug for Lady. Let's get that other thing sold. Before I forget. This random ring that we found again. I'm gonna put it up for 20 grand. Maybe someone will buy it, maybe they won't. It's fine. Let's say goodbye here. Just beat Endwalker last week. Today is a break stream where I'm just doing random stuff. That's right, so you can... So we're all here. Yep. Had to talk to a squirrel about his nuts. I don't actually have anything else to do now. I was just gonna go in, like, do glam stuff. Stop doing side quests after Heaven's Word. I mostly did, but then I saw the treasure chest and wanted it. I'm gonna go, like, point vaguely in the direction. Over there. It was some fun riddles, mostly. Let's look at adventure plates for these two. Dantas remains Dantas. Lady's gonna have the more interesting adventure plate, probably. Yep. Probably in a cutscene. I should see if I crash by doing my portrait. Because I don't actually have my portrait here. Me too. Okay. All I really know is that one of my fave streamers voices a character named Wooklamat. I look forward to being like, oh, that's Squidsetta. I'm not gonna go crazy. I was trying to go crazy earlier and I crashed my game, so I'm just gonna, like, do a little lolly-ho. Zoom out a bit. And apparently they know who Wooklamat is. Throw up 4 lords. Face the camera. Stop facing the camera. Be all dramatic. There we go. Good enough. And they're gonna go away. Bye. Well, that was fun. They're off to go do some raid that I am not ready for yet. That's fine. I think this is going to probably be it, though, because I don't have really anything else I want to do. I really was just logging on to do that one quest that led to talking to the squirrel about his nuts. So let's go put the things that we have into our dresser. Can I put anything into the armoire? Nope. Okay. Then let's stash everything in the dresser so I don't have to look at it. Because realistically, we'll have better equipment if we ever go Scholar. And if we don't, we can just come back here and grab it. And I don't know that I want to keep any of these, so I'll probably just go trade those in Limsa. We'll save a little bit of money going down Free Company Way. And Limsa. So this is why the house one ended up going like down, because I ended up just kind of going there all the time. And yeah. Let's go turn these things into the Grand Company. Get some seals that I can turn into money later with the teleportation tickets. And then see if there's anyone worth raiding into. Expert delivery. And we shall say farewell. Let's see if we crash the stream when we go do the tab out. We did not. Ho 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 ho. Let's go find someone worth raiding into. We don't even have anyone watching, really? Well, it might not even be worth going anywhere. Let's see if there's any friends streaming that I want to bother. Lucky paper. So come on. Anyone who's hiding that I can't see, get in here real quick. We're just gonna go raid Lucky Paper. Rah.